Yes.
Hello,
Okay.
everyone.
Hello.
We are
Welcome to the Flow State Cafe one more time.
one more time. We're back every Friday here at 2 p.m. Just to
Okay.
bring more flow to our lives. I'm Giselle Queiroz, and I'm with Claudia's follower. And
Uh-huh.
every week we bring topics to bring more flow to our lives. This is the Flow States Cafe, and today we are going to talk about connection between wealth and spirituality.
Exactly. And we are live on LinkedIn, but we are also live on YouTube for those who want to see, who want to watch the YouTube live. We're also on YouTube on the Flow State Cafe channel. You can
Hmm.
look for it. Um, and yes, today we're gonna talk about wealth, spirituality. We kind of explore these topics through our work. We both work with these new quantum techniques that can make massive improvements in people's emotional state, mental state, even physical state, and they're extremely quick. We with this method we are able to remove stress, anxiety, anything on the spot in just a couple of minutes, and uh, also want to specify that anybody can do this. Yeah, so we are not just like anybody can do this. Just new things that are available for us right now as new technology, we can say, right, for human beings. Like we have new technology outside, we have AI, right, we have cryptocurrency, all these type of things, and we also have technology for our well-being. And So yes, that's the reason why we're doing this type of events, is just to create more and more awareness, because we really think that it's so needed, right?
Yeah, and we are accessing this inner technology again because we already have that. So we are potentialize this. Come more and more people are accessing this new type of technology, which is it's inside of us, because the
Hmm.
technology outside it's just a reflection of the technology we have inside of us. So if we didn't have
Exactly.
that inside of us, we are not going to create this technology outside, right?
Yeah, yeah, totally. So let's go with the topic. Today's topic is about wealth and spirituality, and we think that it's pretty much connected. But first of all, I think it's very necessary to define what is actually wealth. What is wealth? Hmm. And if you want, you can also type something. Yes, what is wealth for us, for you? You know, you can just type something, some comments on YouTube or on LinkedIn. Let's see if we can read them. But yes, Gisele, when we talk about wealth, we've been talking about this before, and I think it's not just about money. We instantly think about money, but it's not, right?
Yeah, but when we think about it, we are already connect with material things, not only money, but wealth. It can
Mhm.
be houses, cars, and material thing in general, not just
Mhm.
money.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So it's not just money, material thing. It's
Yes.
the wealth inside of us and how we live our lives and how we relate to ourselves and to the world. And that's actually what we were talking, and we that's what we believe, and we have been experiencing,
Hmm.
right, and living this new way of seeing wealth
Yeah.
and practicing and use it.
Exactly. Um, totally true. So obviously, when when you think about spirituality too, you and then you think about wealth, this material world and this invisible world, but they are very connected, right? Because it looks like two completely different things, but it's so much connected. Yes. And so wealth to me is also, it's inner wealth. And when you create inner wealth, then you outside, you will see also the reflection, right? And so we're talking about for example, a higher concept of wealth. So wealth in our relationships means having healthy relationships, and relationships
Hmm.
that will help you growing, right, as a person, when there's a lot of respect and understanding. Yes. And understanding also, I would say understanding comes from love, so you need to be connected with that. Yes. And yes, then there's the wealth in our physical health also, right? So having um a very healthy body. And then also something that I was thinking about is like, well, wealth also means having no regrets, so it means living the life as you want to live your life, right, in the way you want to live your life. So this is
And
something that came up to me yesterday when I was writing this stuff,
that's good.
about this topic.
Michelle wrote here on YouTube. He
Hmm.
said that wealth to me is a construct, like a glass that it's full coins that are spent in energy terms of time and not necessary value.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Coins that are spent in energy terms of time and not necessary value. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's how you spend your energy, how you use your energy and your time,
Yeah.
like the present moments. Exactly.
Yes. And I also was wondering before, like, and it would be very nice if people that are listening to us would write us back about this. So um in terms of having no regrets, what would you do if the war would end up tomorrow, for example? What would you do today? Yes. And that talks a lot about if you're living your life according to how you want to live your life, right? That would be
Yes,
interesting. It's an interesting
because there
question.
is a phrase that I heard. Um, you only bring what you bring. Okay, when you are in the moment of death, if you still have the last minute's consciousness about your life, and what do you remember when you are in this moment? Most of the people, they remember the things that they didn't do. It's
Yeah.
related to the regret thing,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
when people are actually, this is a okay, this is a very strong moment. So you brought this. So when people are like dying, what they think is the things they didn't do. So how what are you doing now? You know, for
Exactly. Why aren't you
yourself in
doing
your
that?
life.
Yeah. Yeah, yes. And I think it's an interesting thing that everybody should think about, right? Now when I think about also, so why, when you think about this thing, right, so we need to become aware of all the things that we are missing and asking ourselves why. I think that's a good point. So
Okay,
what is
good.
holding you back to live the life you want, right? And I've been thinking about me myself before, and I wasn't, before doing this type of work on myself and so on. I was most of the time caught in my mind, and so I was never really experiencing life, because life is in the present. Life is in the present, right? Life
Yes.
is right now in this moment, while we are sharing this beautiful moment that we have every Friday, right? But my mind is here and is present, and so I can enjoy Giselle's present, I can enjoy you guys' presence. um, and this is what I'm here to experience, right? But if I am all caught in my mind, I cannot live this particular moment now here, right? And that is such being in the present is the present of life. Right.
Right, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
and
you can
that's where
see
wealth is.
the beauty of the present moment. You like to
Exactly.
exist right now at this moment, to be here,
Yes.
enjoying that.
Yes.
But as you say, it's also
Be-
related to the mind. When you are like too core in your mind, you're always thinking about the future, the things that you should be doing sometimes, you or the things that you didn't do, and
Yes.
then you
And
get
most
it.
of the times, those thoughts are thoughts of scarcity, right? Because if we're thinking in the future, most of the times, not always, but most likely, we're thinking about things that we don't have that we want to have. But are we thinking about that with, um, are we thinking about that from, kind of a higher state or from lack? And that comes what I think it's
Yes.
very important to understand, that we are electromagnetic field, right? So we are a
Mm-hmm.
magnet. And so if we are in the future thinking about things we don't have, and we're not feeling, we're feeling maybe frustrated or anxious, so that is what we are going to attract, right? With scarcity, we are into scarcity thoughts. And that is super important to understand, right? Because that electromagnetic field, which is a magnet. You are a magnet, literally, and is created by your thoughts and emotions. That is super important to understand.
And it's linked to what we've been talking also about: be first to have before you have. So
Yes.
if you are in the present, so not if you're not in the future thinking about the things you want to have, and you already feel as you already had, or um, you feel feed yourself with gratitude with the things that you already have, and the things that, like, just
Exactly.
feed yourself with these good feelings and emotions and sensations, so
Yes.
it's going to be easier for you to flow to get into the flow,
Yes.
to do things that you love, that you want, not for
Yes.
the scarcity.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. And so is understanding if we're living right now the life that we want, if we're living the desire of our soul. That's super important too, right?
Hmm.
Which is not easy because we've been so much conditioned on, the ego oftentimes influences our desire too, and it takes us far away from our real purpose. Um, but I think that most of the people, most of the human beings on earth, um, I think that most of the people have the purpose, have some type of purpose that is connected to giving, to serving others, right? And when we are
Hmm.
super connected with that, um, I mean that's the magic, right? But yes, that has to be very very clear, because oftentimes we are giving in order to receive.
Hmm.
Yes, we're giving in order to receive validation, recognition, unconsciously, not consciously. We don't even realize that. We're just giving and giving and giving and giving because unconsciously we're looking to receive back, and that creates huge scarcity.
The thing is, when you are, sometimes you are aware of when you give, like you have this lack of, of self-worth or emotion,
Mm.
you have this scarcity, like this emotional scarcity, and then you give in order to receive, or you know
Mm.
a lack of some emotions. But also when you are in the present, you just do. You don't even think
Yeah,
about if you have to, if you are giving, or if you are
exactly.
just, you are
And that
we are
is,
like creators, like you are co-creating
yes.
constantly. The flow, I believe, like when you are in the flow is a creative state
Mm-mm.
also, bring us to this creative
Mhm.
state, and then it's automatically giving, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And so there's I was in the park this morning, and I was looking at this tree, and I was thinking about, literally, like we are like the tree. So we receive, the tree receives the sunlight, and it receives the water, and then the tree gives the fruits, right? So we're like that. And the tree,
Mm-hmm.
it's not I don't think the tree is thinking, oh, I'm gonna give, I'm gonna receive. It's just doing, and there's a flow, and there's nothing else. Yes, you're just a channel through which you receive and then you give, and it's a flow. yes, and that there is abundance in nature. And so that is the way, right? But we're humans, we have a mind, we have the, this ego that is always interfering, and that makes things more difficult. But I think we really need to be more like trees.
But we are even more than trees. We give much more
Of
than the
course.
only the only the
Of
like the
course.
apple, like the apple tree. You can
Yes. Yes.
actually create much
Without, but
more.
always respecting, yeah, always respecting ourselves, right? So not giving away, just from a lot of self-love, you give,
Hmm.
right? That is the way.
Yes. So it's connected to self worth. No, like
Mm.
you almost when you are connected to yourself, to your true self, you develop. First of all, there's this base, and the base is with yourself. How you treat yourself, how you work
Mm.
on yourself, health, like eating healthy foods and having healthy habits that will
Yeah.
feed you, and you're gonna feel fulfilled from yourself because you are the only one who can give you this,
Yeah.
right? You are the only one who can change your life. You are the only one who can um, give worth for yourself, actually. And then this
Yeah.
it will expand, and people will recognize that on you, and you're gonna
Yeah.
attract.
You cannot give what you don't have, right? And
Yeah.
so I guess the idea is fully, like, literally becoming like a huge container of love and for yourself, and then you just, there's so much love that you just give away. Yes, but first is yourself. uh, but then wealth comes automatically, right? When you have wealth inside, that means having a lot of love for yourself, and really taking care of your body, which is the temple of your soul, and taking care of your emotions, and this connection, connecting to the higher self, and being aligned. When you have that, and that is very strong, inevitably the outside will start blossoming.
Yes, it's so beautiful. Michelle is
Yeah.
saying, yes, if the world ended tomorrow, I would not regret the moments where I failed magnificently. Things that are superficial tend to be forgettable. And he said something else, Michelle. I really enjoy the WhatsApp messages with this week with Claudia. Your messages, Claudia, living in the moment and observing nature made me realize that mind does curate the experience prematurely.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for the voice notes. Everyone, Claudia has a
Thank you, Michelle.
group,
That's so cool.
a WhatsApp group, and she brings lots of really nice insights, beautiful insights, as Michelle said. So enjoy her group.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Thank you so much, Michelle. It's nice that you appreciate that. Obviously, whoever wants to join the WhatsApp group, you can just get on my profile. There's a link there, or just message me. Yeah. Yes. And that is the thing. The thing is that for everything you want in your life, I would say you want wealth, right? You want love, you want health, you want money, you want whatever you want. uh, you need to dissolve the ego and create more connection with yourself, with the source, becoming aware that you are super, 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 super powerful, and you're not a victim on anything. There's nothing like you can't do. Me and Gisele, we are very good friends, I would say almost sister, and we are going through a
Mm.
lot of self transformation, and we're seeing how our lives outside are changing massively. And so I really want to, and us obviously in first person, but then today a student sent me a beautiful message too, explaining how his mind is becoming way more balanced and everything is flowing in his life more and more. And so it's a principle, but when you do this work inside and you take care of yourself, you have healthy habits, then and especially you unprogram yourself, the outside will inevitably blossom. Yes. It's not always easy.
It's we've been doing this for years already. Sometimes not the first year is gonna be the
But
first
the earth is
year.
helping. The earth is helping, and it's gonna be quicker for people now, I think, because the earth is the frequency of the earth is rising, and that helps a lot.
A lot.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a very special moment we are living in Earth. When I was
Mhm.
younger, I used to think that I would be born at the 60s, but now
Uh-huh.
I'm so happy that I was born in this age, this time of humanity right now.
Yes, there are so many changes, so many changes. Rick wants to talk. I don't know if we can do this on YouTube. I'm not sure. Well, we can try and we will see. Yes. Um, I don't know if
We
we
can
have more.
listen to the audio, I guess. Let's try. People under you
Yeah,
can listen to the
I can
audio.
allow him and see if it works. Yes.
Okay, let's check.
Um, okay, let's see. Hello, Rick. I think you need to unmute yourself.
Welcome, Rick.
Yeah, I think it's muted. Well, let's see. Um, yeah, it's muted. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Hey, Rick. How are you? Oh, mhm. Yeah, mhm. Yeah. Thanks. Yes.
So
Yes.
nice.
Thank you so much. So nice to have you here, Rick. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. Yeah. Um. Yeah,
Yeah, this
man. That it's yeah.
we're talking about the
That's just
self-worth, but sometimes people have a lot of money, they are feeling worthless, right?
mm.
And
Yeah, and that's
it's
not
not
wealth.
about it. So yeah, it's not about it. Life is
Yeah.
not about it.
Exactly, exactly. Um, it's also very important, to have these healthy habits, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and so take care of yourself in many ways. Yes. Um, and I think, yes, I mean, the more you connect, you feel in love and in peace and in the present, and that is the connection with the source, right? And we have that a lot. I mean, I was thinking about this yesterday. I think I said something in the WhatsApp group. The connection that we have with nature, it's so important because just by observing nature, you understand a lot of things. Yes. And I think you also understand uh, I'm reading the comments. You also understand a lot about the physical body, for example. Yes, by just observing nature. Um, and I think in the West we've been a bit disconnected from that. So I was commenting this in the WhatsApp group, that I've seen a big difference between among like doctors from South America, for example, or from here. Um, when they have like a more intuitive approach, in general, and you can understand a lot about the human body, and just by observing nature. Yeah, so spending time with nature, in nature every day, observing nature, it's an extremely extremely good exercise, and I think everybody should do it, because first of all it raises your frequency, and so the more you raise your frequency of your electromagnetic field, the more the resilient you become to anything that is negative. Yes, you just start the day with a completely different perspective. Secondly, you observe nature and you kind of get wisdom, and it's something that you have to experience yourself. And then third is also good, way to start to practice observation, because once you do it with nature, then you start to observe your mind too and dissolve a lot of things. Yes, and become aware. um so this is what I
But
want to bring more.
it's amazing because the scientists, the physicists, and the philosophers, that's what they did. They observed the nature. And I already had, like, I think everyone in some part of their lives saw a tree, for example, in the autumn when there's no leaves, and see the branches, and then you see those uh things without leaves, and then you connected with the connections on the brain, for example,
Mm-hmm. 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 And the neurons, and yeah, the neural
the
network.
ne- the networking that has in your brain. I used to do this, like, comparisons and things, like, with the
Yes,
picture as
yes.
well.
There's a
And, like,
lot. There's a lot.
there's a lot of things, yeah. And then you posted also in the
Yes.
group the Milky Way that was similar to an eye or something, right?
Mm-mm.
Was
Mm-mm.
something to
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
eye thing. And it's
Exactly.
amazing.
Exactly.
And also, if you look to those drawings on the, well, with the stars, and it also can compare to the tornado, like when something spinning is spinning, like you can connect it to, and to lots of things.
Yes. And what I was observing this morning, in terms of wealth too, I was observing this tree, and there were a lot of hens, and you can see how everything works with collaboration in nature. Everyone is collaborating to create this beautiful universe, that we have this beautiful planet, right? And then when you think about wealth, um then I was thinking about my work, right? And how many people are appearing right now, and we are all collaborating and helping each other to grow. And I think this understanding, and it also has to do with this new moment, the Aquarius, that's starting in 12, I think, with the pandemic, or a little bit before. But it's this collaboration creates wealth, so being able to collaborate and helping other people to grow, this brings wealth, and it makes you
Just
feel wealthy and
sense,
inevitably wealthy.
the sense of community. It's a
Yeah,
sense of community,
exactly.
like, as human beings.
Exactly.
Like, that's the
Yes.
words, like, usually we usually say, right? Like, a community makes
Yes,
you feel
that's
stronger.
it. It's way stronger than years ago, than a decade ago, for example. We can see that
Hmm.
everywhere. And so, these is obviously like a consequence of, the consciousness of humanity is changing a lot in this sense. But when you stop thinking just about your outcome, your own outcome, and you kind of open the vision, and that creates a lot of more, wealth and growth,
But
everywhere.
this sense is a bit like an ancient way of living as well. And we, with
Hmm.
the capitalism and the
Yeah.
technology revolution in the last century, we got into this individual state of
Individualism.
mind, or
Yeah.
work from individualism, like just work for myself, to get my car, to get my house. Like, we
Yeah.
live in buildings and we don't even talk to our neighbors. Like, the
Yeah.
buildings, the concrete, and these things that we
Yeah.
created. But we are coming back.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
to the root.
And
Into new things, into new stuff.
it's a new thing. It's a new thing. And I realized this week, while, after my morning walk in nature and so on, I came back, and I wake up early, and then I can see like these ladies opening, I don't know, the bakeries and so on, and I just feel so much gratitude, right? Because when you
Mhm.
are present, you're also able to see other human beings from a different perspective, and appreciating the work they're doing, and then you automatically get into gratitude. But if you wake up and you're caught in your mind, you have to go to work, you rush this way, you rush there, blah blah blah, you cannot appreciating all this, right?
Yes. Hmm.
And so that is a huge thing. That is a huge thing. Um,
You actually don't look to the other as a part of you. You don't recognize the other when
no,
you say like, oh, you recognize like the work that she was doing. You feel gratitude because
yeah.
like this is a human being, and then she's doing something that's helping you to have a better life as well.
Yes,
You.
exactly. And so this is what living in the present and in your presence, and connecting to that, and not being completely caught in your mind all the time. That is where the magic happens. Yes, and the beauty. You can see the beauty in people and the beauty all around you. Hmm?
Hmm.
And that creates
Yeah.
wealth. That is wealth. So you need to connect with wealth in order to attract it. That's the thing. You need to
Uh-huh.
become what you want to attract. Yeah.
That's the point. There is another comment, Claudia, that's for you as well.
Okay.
Martin, he's saying about
Martin.
the WhatsApp group. With the time difference, I'm in Ottawa. I always start my day with excellent vibes from Claudia in Barcelona. Love it.
Ah, thank you, Martin. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. That's nice. I love having this community and interacting with them. Whoever wants to join it, just let us know. And soon I will be doing a masterclass. We're still preparing it. It's things are going a bit slowly, but it's gonna be ready
So when is
soon.
do you already have the date for the
No,
masterclass?
I think
Okay.
today we're gonna set it. Yeah, it's gonna be 2 days masterclass. So the first day it's gonna be about more, creating the awareness, understanding how we can get more into the flow, understanding why the habits are important, and then the second day will be a subconscious reprogramming group, like a big group session. Yes,
Super powerful,
so quick,
guys. I super
and it's very
recommend this
yeah.
reprogramming thing. It's really nice.
Yes,
I
it's
had a
powerful. It's powerful.
really powerful experience, the last one.
Yes. Um, and yes,
So
that's it.
I think that's it for
I don't know.
today. Only, I don't know, how do
I
you
think
feel,
so.
Claudia? Do you want to say anything else?
No, I think it's pretty much done. Thank you guys for coming. And thank you for being here every Friday. And yes, we really appreciate it.
And also, if you guys want to get to know what we do, just send a text, and then we can have a discovery call
Yeah,
and to understand better the type of work we do, and get in touch with us here in LinkedIn, and also we are at
yes.
YouTube at the moment right now. And
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
I hope.
And that's it. Yes. And that's it. Oh, so many hearts. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, really
Oh my
nice. I'm
God.
seeing that on
Wow.
LinkedIn. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your
Thank
presence
you.
here
Bye
today. We love
bye.
it. Bye bye. See you.
Bye.